Hey, what you say? What's Black Tie cooking up today? If you cooking for two or just a few, welcome to Black Tie's BBQ. Hey, it's your boy here with another one of them damn Black Ties affairs. Hey, today what we're gonna be doing, poor man's burn-ins. That's that chuck roast. We got a nice 2.5 pound chuck roast here. The idea of the poor man's burn-ins, I mean, we cooking for two, maybe just a few. If I went out and got an 18-pound brisket just to get that point in so I could make some burn-ins, the wife would flat out kill me. You get the poor man's burn-ins. You get that nice chuck. We're going to cut it up real nice. We're going to put it on whole. You can cut it up. It'll cook a little bit faster that way. But I like to put it on the Joe Jr. whole. We're going to do it that way. Hit it with a nice mustard binder. Barbecue rub. Put it on that pit at about 250. It's probably going to wind up being about a 5 or 6 hour cook. Once it hits an internal temperature of about 165, I'm going to pull it off and wrap it up, put it back on, bring it to a temperature of about 195. Then I'll take it off, cut it up, put it in that aluminum tin with some brown sugar. I'll use some butter, a little bit more barbecue sauce. Then we'll get that temperature up to about 205. Let them rest and we're going to be good to go. So stay tuned. Keep an eye on the poor man's burn-ins. I'll get back at you. All right, as you can see on this chuck roast, it is a butcher's cut, so it really doesn't have much fat on it as far as trimming it off the edges, but it's got some real great marbling throughout the meat. So that's going to give you some nice rich flavor. We're going to hit it with some salt, pepper, some barbecue rub, and put it on that smoker at 250. Okay, like I said, we're not doing anything really over the top. We're going to put a nice thin coating of the mustard on. We've got salt, pepper, garlic. I've got a little bit of this Weber's dry rub. I love it, actually. It's the KC barbecue. Pretty doggone good. I'm going to use that. We just put a thin layer of this mustard on. Just enough to make the rub stick. And we're going to do same thing on both sides. Get a nice coating here. And don't get lost. Let me go wash my hands. I'll be right back. And I'm back, Jack. Now all we're going to do is just put a nice thin layer of the salt, pepper, garlic, and then we cover it up with that KC barbecue rub. I'm going to get a nice, good coating. Once again, I don't like to go too crazy. I want that meat to show through. That's what it's all about. There you go. And then I like to lay that rub on a little thick. I want to get it on all sides. And then once we do that, we're just going to let it sit there and sweat for a while we bring the Kamado Joe up to temperature. And she'll start glistening, look real nice. There you go. Pat that down with the dry hand, of course. We're going to roll it over, get it on the sides as well. And then I'm going to flip that thing over, do the same thing on the other side. Take a look at that. That's looking real, real nice. So we're just gonna let it sweat up, and that way we're gonna get that nice crisp bark on it. Hey, let's take a few minutes and get the Kamado Joe Jr. up to temperature. Like I said, we're gonna run at 250. You talk about a battering machine for a small family. Come on, I can grill, I can roast, I can bake, I can slow smoke. Anything you want to do, you can do on this Kamado Joe Jr. I highly, highly recommend it. Great machine. Easy to keep the temperature up. I've gotten a rack of ribs on there. You can get a whole chicken on there. They've got great accessories. Consider it. You'll love yourself. The way we're setting this up, as you can see, I've got some nice size pieces of wood in there. I took the old lump and I put that on the side so it can catch real easy, so I know that wood's going to burn. Now I'm going to take a couple decent sized pieces of lump. I'm going to put that on the top, and we'll put a couple of those tumbleweed starters in there, and we'll kick this thing up to temperature. Okay, we got her all set up. Got a nice amount of lump in there. It's going to be a little bit longer of a cook, so may as well get her going. We're going to start up those starters. I use the tumbleweeds. I like them. They burn a little bit longer, I think. But that's just that's me. You might find something that works a little bit better for you. But let's get them started. Get them going. Get up to 250. Okay, we've got the heat deflector in. We've got the drip pan in. And great. Let's get those warmed up to 250. And put the probe in that chuck rose. And we about to put that bad boy on. Yeah, boy. We got her holding right at 250. Let's get her on. We've got that chuck rose on. We've got the probe inserted. She's running at 250 on the button. I'm just going to let it go and set. I'll come back, take a look at it in an hour, give it a spritz or two, and let's wait for it to get up to 165 and then give it a wrap. Look at that. She's looking real pretty. Got her up now at 165. Getting ready to take it off, wrap it up, and bring it up to about 190, 195. It's now been in there at, I'm looking at right at 2 hours. Let's wrap her up. I'm going to put some butter, a little brown sugar on top, and we're going to wrap it up. Wrap it up and just put it right back on. I just put a light coating of the KC barbecue rub on it, couple pads of butter, slipping it right back on the smoker at 250. Should be about another hour before I take it off. Back on. Let's leave her there for about, I think another hour, probably going to do it, and then we'll have her up to about 195, something like that. So let's see where we're at in an hour. We just took this guy off at 195. I'm going to get ready and cube her up, throw her in the aluminum tin, get her back on there. Let me get her on the board and slice her up. All we're going to do now is we're going to take and throw some butter, some brown sugar, a little bit more of the barbecue rub. We're going to throw that up in this pan, cube this bad boy up, butter, we're going to be good to go. So I had to grab some butter here. We're going to fill that pan. Real nice. I mean, what you're trying to do is just make a nice nice glaze for that for those cubes. Hit it with that brown sugar. Sometimes I like to go on and also hit it with a little bit of the barbecue sauce. You know, different strokes, different folks. Everybody got to decide what's going to work out best for them. But this is just the way I'm rolling tonight. But we got that butter up in there. We got that brown sugar up in there. We got the little bit of that KC barbecue rub going back up in there. And then we're going to slice this up, trying to get something close to about 1-inch cubes, just some bite-sized chunks. Oh, look at that. She's looking real nice. Real nice. It's going to be nice and tender. And keep in mind, you're looking at a 2.5 pound beef chuck roast. I mean, that's going to give you plenty of meat. I mean, come on, look, that ain't nothing but meat. So we got some nice bite-sized chunks that's going to go up in there. Let that glaze rub up in there. Then we're also going to take and wrap it back up in the aluminum foil. It's going to go back on the smoker probably for about another hour. No, not that long. Probably another half hour. Just enough to get everything glazed up. And we'll show you how she looks in the end. Man, come on, that looks pretty nice. Personally, I would like to have the sauce a little bit thicker up in there. But right now, they looking real nice and tender. I'm sure the flavor on them is awesome. But let's give them a taste. You and me, we about to taste them. Wow. Come on, the taste of them, incredible. We did a fabulous job. I'm going to come back again and give you a nice, pretty picture with the mac and cheese. But right now, man, I'm out of here. That's a nice looking snack right there. Try that recipe. Your next barbecue is a black ties affair. Big man out.